Our Lives fans, welcome to AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days on this 50th anniversary day of your favorite soap opera, Days of Our Lives. We are here to give you a full recap of this week's episodes. I am your host, Tony Moore, and of course, I can't do a recap all by myself.
Well, you could. I did it.
Well,
oh, that's right. You did that one time.
Barely.
It was a very sad day.
Well, speaking of my two wackiest co-hosts, we have the future ex-Miss Billy Flynn.
Mark J. Freeman Flynn.
And, of course, the next Black Hope.
James Lott Jr.
And of course, you guys make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter on DISHIN Days. So make sure you add us, like us. You guys have been doing that already, and our numbers have grown tremendously.
Yes.
And of course, because today is November 8th, 2015, 50 years ago today, your favorite soap opera started airing on TV. We decided that we are going to have a little contest later on today where one of you lucky fans will win this lovely prize pack. It is full of wonderful prizes, including an autographed little script or sides from Casey Diedrich, also signed headshots from Cassie DePaiva, Kyle Lauder, and Paul Tefler, and also Lauren Koslow. So one lucky viewer will win this towards the end of this show, so make sure you stay tuned because you're going to answer a trivia question.
And maybe one other signed photo.
Didn't we discuss this before that?
Oh, no, we're going to do it for later. Okay, forget it.
Oh, my God.
I take it back.
You know, there are times...
I forget.
You know why? Because
I'm old.
No, because you're on Planet Flynn.
I am.
You can't stay there all the time.
But
you can't stay there.
Before we start, though, can we just mention why we have that again, just in case people didn't see it?
Oh, yes.
And I want you to tell them again about Black Hope LA, because just in case they didn't see the anniversary special episode, I think those are two important things that need to be discussed.
So, in case you guys were not watching our anniversary special, which just aired, a little while ago we had Chandler Massey on for a Spotlight On interview, and he was telling us how he gave one of his Emmys during a Halloween costume contest, and after the show he said, well, if I ever get it back, I'll give it to you guys. You guys can hold on to it for whenever. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
we now have it.
Here it is. This is Chandler Massey's 2012-2013 Daytime Entertainment Emmy Award for Outstanding Younger Actor in a Drama Series.
It's heavy. It really is heavy.
It is heavy.
I just tweeted out a picture of myself holding it, so if you guys wouldn't mind tweeting that out and tell everybody I won an Emmy, that'd be fantastic.
Mine's on Facebook. So, yes.
And I just sent it to my mom.
And now, can we have an explanation of our new Black Hope?
Now, but I just think it's so funny because I was right there with you. Like, I was like, it's, empowering.
I was like, Black Hope.
Black Hope.
Yes.
Nope.
The great. No.
Nope.
What do we find out today?
Listen to what this guy came up with.
Yes, okay, so when I started watching Days of Our Lives, Hope, of course, was the character that introduced me to the soap, really, and into the soap world. I fell in love with her and her character and her character name, and of course what it stands for, of course. But all of my first handle on AOL, back when AOL first started, was Black Hope. I was Black Hope 1 and 2.
I think is hysterical.
And my friends started calling me Black Hope and Hope as a nickname in San Francisco. It was a big thing that happened in San Francisco.
That's
so when it came to Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, I'm L Black Hope. I'm Black Hope LA. It's all really because of her.
What is the L?
Because I'm part Hispanic, so the L part.
Got it. Okay.
So.
You completely tried my entire life.
I know.
I just think that was probably the most genius thing that was said today.
Thank you. I'm a fan.
And not only was
that's probably better than the
not only was it the most genius thing that was said today, but it was a light bulb over our heads.
I know.
That
was kind of like my Paul kissing someone.
Yeah, you both were shocked, but that's a lot of people didn't know that, but that is the truth about me, and that's why I'm Black Hope.
I cannot, will not, won't not.
Sorry, I just felt like that needed to be said before we start.
It did.
So I gotta meet Kristen Alfonso. We gotta meet her.
We'll get it. What's gonna happen?
We gotta meet her.
Maybe Saturday.
Well, maybe if you're good on Christmas, then
I know.
I mean, before Christmas, then that'll be your.
When's your birthday?
Mother's Day is my birthday.
Oh, okay.
May 10th.
My mom's May 8th.
Oh, Tauruses.
Well, that's wonderful.
And I'm December 12th. When is yours, Tony?
When's my what?
Your birthday, January?
January.
Oh, January. You
Capricorn.
8th.
3rd.
3rd.
Yeah.
It looked like an 8.
Tried it.
Tried it.
So, everyone, let's get into it. It's now time to start
Dishin Days.
Flipper. Not
I thought you were going to flip the Emmy.
Yeah, don't flip the Emmy.
No, look at that. Okay.
All right. So, kicking things off.
You want to deal with Black Hope?
Black Hope will take this one.
Black Hope will take it.
I see you at a
They're
totally
saying
different
online
now.
too. I know, but it's a big thing. I made a big reveal today.
Yeah.
All I gotta say though is, just as we get into these storylines, Friday was the best episode, and they left us with like 10 cliffhangers.
Yeah.
So one of the major ones that happened, part of this storyline, which we call, Hope's wedding and the bicentennial, and Hope's attack. I gotta tell you, I'm gonna go straight into the attack. Because, we had the whole wedding and all this stuff was great. But let's go right into the attack first. I knew Hope was a cop. So I'm like, when it happened, I was like, she's going to have to fight him off. She's not going to just take it.
Yeah,
she's a cop.
right.
And she was up and down. He drew down the stairs. And when she stabbed him, and when she pulled off his mask.
That look of horror.
Oh, my God.
The look of horror. She had like she had that moment of
she was shocked too.
Yeah, she was like, I can't believe it's you, but you're not gonna take me.
Exactly.
Like you're not gonna get me.
Exactly.
And then there was that moment because this whole time we saw Aiden go back and forth, like he didn't want to do it. He couldn't do it, and then he was just like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. And it's funny because he had it so planned out that. He's gonna do it, choker, done. Right? Aiden, you didn't really take in all the variables of like the scissors on the dresser,
right?
The fact that maybe she could rip your mat. Like you didn't think of the things that could have happened.
Yeah.
And I think when it was revealed, I think in that moment he was like, it wasn't like oh my God, she saw who I was, but I feel like it was like one of those things of like, I didn't want to do it in the first place.
Yes, I'm not doing that one.
Which is why he kept saying like, I love you. No, I really do. Right. I really like reassuring her that I'm gonna kill you, but I love you.
Right.
But the whole attack was just it reminded me of the movie Enough. Did you guys remember?
Oh yeah.
Enough with J-Lo at the end when she beat him. Like Hope was not gonna stay down lightly.
Well, I think we talked about that too. That if that. We hoped that it wouldn't be. We hoped that it would. That she would have that reaction.
Yeah,
I think we talked about that in an old episode. It's crazy.
It was a guttural response when she did it because she didn't say, "Oh my God." She was just like, her face was. It was just like
it was.
But she was trying to fight for her life at the same time.
Yeah.
So do we think she's dead?
No, Mark, she's not dead. I told you to kiss my grits earlier.
Well, you know what? You know what I think she did? I feel like it's like a tactic. Like I think she just passed out. That she's not dead. She just kind of like had a shortness of breath.
Kind of like Marlena.
Yeah.
Well, we know. Well, at the very end, Bo rushes in, so it's not even that long a period either. It won't be one long of a period.
Yeah.
So, but I just want to start because I thought it was a very interesting. Because she's a cop, so of course she's going to fight back, obviously. And so, even though she looks so, all those scenes before, she was so beautiful and angelic, and in the white outfit, and just like she was so happy. And then the wedding itself was a comedy of Caroline was just hilarious. And I know we're going to talk about her a little more and stuff, but she's a major part of this storyline. Yeah. Because of Bo.
Well, I mean, she was during the whole bicentennial. She was trying to like stop the wedding,
right?
And this is actually what kind of got on my nerves was that she kept saying, "I talked to Bo."
Yeah.
And no one believed her. Like everyone.
Like why wouldn't you believe her?
Like everyone thought that she was still cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Well, I mean, she'd been saying some pretty cuckoo for Cocoa Puff stuff.
But here's the thing: the only person out of all of this who believed her was Steve.
That's true. Yeah.
And it's like, put two and two together. If Steve left based on what he knew and what Caroline has told him, then why wouldn't someone go, okay, maybe there's some truth to this? Like, I hate those moments on days where, like, and I know we're the audience, we know everything to be true, but they're just like, nope, nope. And it's like, in real life, you would be like, you would think that there was some sort of truth to it.
Right. Say, okay, well, he called. He finally called. Like, why would that be such a thing where he finally called?
Yeah. And then Victor calls back, and it's like, it just rang, and there was no voicemail. But you still call. Like, do you think that...
It went to a phone.
Like she just said, he's trying to get here. Right. So he's still going to be where he was?
Right. I agree with you on that one. But The other part of this story, this whole storyline that we have to discuss, and I discussed in great detail on Twitter with all of you guys out there, the wigs.
Oh my God.
Oh. Well, you know what? I will say this: some people it looked great.
No.
Some people it was a very
here's the
small
deal.
percentage.
Nicole cute.
Nicole,
hers.
Adrian.
I hated Adrian.
Adrian looked.
Hers looked like it was gray hair.
Wait, now compare.
I was like, just put her in a gray hair.
No. Compared to everyone else, Adrian had a nice little.
It just
Disagree.
didn't. It just didn't do her favors.
No.
Well, not for Teresa either. Because Teresa's face is very very small frame.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you just got this Texas hair on her.
Well, and then Hope's the back was like,
too.
You know what?
I loved Camila Bannis. I loved.
well, she wasn't wearing a wig though, was she?
No, I think
it was just maybe her hair and an extension or something.
Marlena had her own hair on. It was beautiful, of course. She was like, no wig for me.
And Maggie too.
Oh, you know why?
What?
Because she went into the makeup room and said, "Do you know who I am? I'm Dr. Marlena Evans."
I'm not wearing a wig.
Thank you. She did. That's right. She's like, I'm not wearing no wig. So she did. So she looked good.
Yeah.
But Kate's was bad.
I think Kate's was the wrong color.
Yeah. I was like,
it was the color.
I'm watching these scenes, and it was clouding my watching because I'm like, these wigs are hideous.
I got over it. I like the first when everyone was like, when the scenes started airing, I was like, okay, I get it. Not great, but like I'm not gonna distract me.
Well, here's what I think the problem was after I thought about it. It's that they were wearing wigs, but then wearing regular clothes. I think if they were in a more of a costume, like a more amped up 60s kind of look.
They didn't do that.
Because I get that the styling, like everybody's dresses and then the guys' suits, and I thought the guys all looked amazing, by the way.
Good.
But I just felt like the girls, the dresses were just, they were 60s inspired, but they just weren't up to the level that you know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
I don't know. I think that would have helped tremendously.
Well, see, I thought they were going to do 60 clothes also. But they didn't do that. But I would say, the guys, I loved Brady's suit and everything.
I thought all the guys, I thought even Daniel looked nice.
Yeah.
You guys all hear that?
You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
Wow.
It's never going to happen again. So, turn the page.
But within the storyline, and within this big storyline, we're going to break down some stuff a little later. But it was just, did we like it? I like Julie was the head of it all. Because she is the longest.
So.
Yeah, rightfully so. And did a lot of the speaking. Marlene had a little speech also that was kind of nice.
Jennifer had a speech.
I think they were all appropriate. I think they were all appropriate people.
Jennifer looked amazing.
Yeah, Jennifer looked good. Yeah. She looked good too. She looked good too. So.
Actually, side note, Melissa Reeves wore the same dress to the 50s party yesterday.
Oh, girl.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah.
I was going to say, now I can say this, I was going to say on the last episode, the scene when her and Adrian and was it Julie?
Oh, look at the book.
Reading the book, and she was like to Jack.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I got little goosebumps.
I thought of you. Yes, I thought of you. They showed all the couples. They're showing them.
Who was the one couple that they showed that Jennifer said something? Like there was a couple that I didn't know who they were.
Okay, I'm trying to think. They showed Tom and Alice, of course, last. They showed Steve and Kayla.
They showed
Shane and Kimberly.
Mickey and Maggie.
Maybe that's what I did.
Mickey and Maggie. Doug and Julie as Kimberly and Shane.
Okay. Yeah, then it was Mickey and Maggie that I couldn't tell who it was.
Yeah. This whole time I've been saying that it's about to go down at the Bicentennial.
Yeah.
No.
Nothing
I
happened.
agree 100%. I was just like, really? This is what that paper's been blowing around Salem for?
Because that whole party was boring.
It really
I was like, at first I was like, where's the music? And they finally kicked in a little later.
Yeah.
But I'm like, they're all just kind of standing there in a house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
If it wasn't for the wedding,
yeah,
I have like I was expecting something like a disaster or something like that.
Well, they had Stefano come in for a minute with
came and left,
but that was
okay. And I have to
say it, do it.
Are you gonna? I think we were about to mention the same thing.
The wheelchair.
Oh no!
I would say I think did I message the group or did I just message you? I was like, I felt bad. Now I'm like, all the jokes I'm making about him in a wheelchair, and he went to the party in a wheelchair, and I was like, dang it, Mark.
I know.
Dang it.
Well, what I was going to mention was the Reef, rest in peace, that was sent to the party
by accident.
And Rafe was like, oh, this was sent in by accident. And Aiden's like, no. No, it actually wasn't.
He's like, it's true.
One other thing that kind of irked me about Hope
Oh my God, what?
Actually, it wasn't her, but just the fact that she had a dress form in her room. Like, who has a dress form in their house to hang their dress on?
Hope.
I have one.
Black Hope.
I have one. Named Odette. So
don't try to act like you don't have one.
I don't have a dress form.
Well, you know what? That explains a lot. That's why if you had a dress form.
I am the dress form.
Oh, okay. I can see her having one.
You need a new form.
Yeah.
Dress forms are adjustable.
I was like,
They are.
yeah.
Well, and she needed something to hang her dress on.
Yeah.
And for something...
A hanger.
Well...
You could have just hung it on a hanger and hung it on the door.
Do you not think that there's going to be some significance to the fact that Aiden fell on the dress with his blood?
On it. Yeah.
There's something to that, I think.
Yeah, I think they flashed at it.
Yeah.
The second time. But she did look beautiful. My girl did look really beautiful.
I loved the dress.
Times.
I actually did love the dress.
The dress was beautiful. And the fact that Doug and Julie walked down the aisle was great.
Mm-hmm. Rest in peace, Hope.
So, no, people, she's not dying. Dead.
She's not dead.
She's not dead.
I did. Well, this is what or should I wait for predictions?
They're predictions.
Okay.
Predictions.
Let me write it down so I don't forget.
So we're just waiting to see what happens because Bo rushes in. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Okay. Mark?
I'm trying to write down my thing.
So it's about Ben, Abigail, Chad, and Andre.
Yes.
Chandre. His best friend. That little talk they had.
Chandre.
He called him in. They were so funny.
For some reason, I didn't feel like those scenes were necessary.
They weren't. But they had to have them all.
Oh, him and
Andre.
And Andre.
I feel like they were just kind of fillers.
A little bit. I can see that. Yeah.
Well, he was only on one day, and that was very upsetting.
I know that you were very
Everybody kept saying that to him on Twitter,
very
too.
upsetting to me.
But it kind of showed, once again, that Chad is not a true DiMera. And, okay, so connecting those with the whole Aiden Hope thing.
Yes.
There was a moment where I thought to myself, hey, Stefano and Andre, did you ever think that maybe Chad isn't the killer?
Right.
And that you're going through these great lengths for nothing,
right?
And then it kind of upset me because I started thinking like, okay, he's not the killer. You guys are going through all this to like protect him because you think he is the killer, in which you're making Aiden out to be a bad guy and possibly kill Hope. Like, it was this unnecessary chain of events that didn't need to happen. If they had just said, "Are you the killer?" No. Okay, I believe you.
Well, I will, of course, play devil's advocate, of course, and I always think,
course you are.
I'm going to always do that. I'm thinking of his thinking is, I have had kids go crazy and do crazy things. Kristen, Peter, I mean, they all went crazy.
But they were, but just like Victor, they're very aware of the craziness.
But I just wonder, maybe I'm just saying, maybe he's thinking, well, maybe Chad really did do it. Like maybe out of love, because that family does some weird stuff out of love. Maybe he was thinking, I can't protect him. So he's not buying it. I
think that's just this looks real bad. This is apple cider, y'all.
Apple cider. This is apple cider.
Don't try to clock me and pretend like I'm being a drunk. But I really think that. You would know if someone did it or not. Like, you would know if your child did something. Like, why would... Yeah. First of all, being a DiMera, why would you hide anything?
That's true, too. Mm-hmm.
Y'all have done some of the worst things ever. Like, I'm killing people. Help me get off.
They needed to be in the room when Marlena looked in his eyes.
Apparently.
She saw it. She looked in his eyes. He's
right.
Listen, you can look in people's eyes to find out if they really love you. Mm-hmm. You can look in people's eyes to find out if they killed someone. Mm-hmm. You can look in someone's eyes to determine paternity.
That's true. Or plasma, one of the two.
Mm-hmm. When did Hope's dining room become Ben's apartment?
What?
I don't understand what that means.
Oh, neither. Well, speaking of Ben, Ben had he chains up Abigail in that outfit. Poor thing, she's been there for days.
Thirsty?
I think like thirsty. Wow. And then has to go back to the hotel. Like, I'll be back. Don't worry. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, wait. Let's start at the beginning.
Yes.
First of all, there was the figuring out that Ben is the killer.
Yes.
Now, then we saw Ben go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I mean, beyond. Like, I almost should probably not say cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I should probably start saying like Fruity Pebbles.
Yes,
because he went beyond cray cray.
Yeah, I agree.
And there's a part of me that wanted. Because Abigail had the same reaction that Will did. Mm-hmm. Tried not to show fear, but was showing fear, and then was trying to be like, "No, I'm okay," and then run for the door.
Yeah, I know. He's like, and
then it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But then he confessed slight confess or figuring out that he's a killer. And my thought is, like, when you figure it out, don't tell him.
Right. I always say that.
Like you already see him going crazy.
Yes.
Like
Right.
just keep it to yourself. Like, oh, okay, are you ready to go to the party now?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love you so much.
Yeah.
You know what? I love you so much. Let's lay down and make love right now.
You're right.
Well, one of the things that bothered me was the whole conversation about the photos of Chad in his phone, and then she makes a comment, oh, these are all on the day of the murders. But in my head, I'm like, well, but if he's committing these murders, how is he taking pictures at the same, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that just seemed like, I mean, I get that it's the day of the murder, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I'm like, that doesn't even really apply. Like, we know that he lives in Salem. Of
Right,
course, there
right.
are. You know what I mean? Yes, he was in Salem on the day of the he
Yeah.
walked through a park on the. You can still walk through the park on the day of a murder and then go murder somebody.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't anything profound to me.
Right.
Yeah.
I think what she was making the connection of is where Chad was. Because remember, the killings happened once Chad interacted with someone. So just like when Chad interacted with Serena, she died. When
Right.
Chad interacted with Paige, she died. Then with Marlena, she was attempted to be killed. So like I was kind of seeing the correlation between the pictures and the date and like kind of where he was and you know that whole kind of stalker thing or whatever. But Ben's starting to be a little creepy and crazy and like just beyond cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs with me.
Hey, but he's really. I mean, Robert Scott Wilson is really.
He's like
giving it to us. He's giving us psycho realness. I mean, he's giving it to us.
Yeah.
I mean, straight up. Where I was scared for her, and I'm not even a huge Abigail fan. Like she's okay, but I'm scared for her and the baby.
Yeah, oh, me too.
Oh, when he threw her to the wall,
Oh, I
I was
know.
like,
Well, first of all, I wanted to be like, Days, how do y'all keep knocking people out in the
was
streets
a second,
away?
and then she got the stripper through her too.
Yes, I know. That does. Well, the stripper kind of tossed her.
She's had a rough couple days.
Yes, she has. But did you guys notice, like, when she was like laying on the couch, just how the bump was? I was like, okay, now we know that it's a phone bump. Like, y'all gonna did something to make sure that the bump was okay. You know, I can tell it's not real bump. But yeah, that was it.
Yeah, no, it's just at the cliffhanger we're left with is that
Well, okay, I had this thought too. When she was handcuffed to the door, and Ben left, I was like, okay, she's Jack Devereaux's daughter.
Yeah.
She's gonna figure it out.
Yep.
She's trying.
And when she was like, think, my first thought was, don't you have bobby pins in your hair?
Oh yeah. Right.
So like, I was expecting her to go, and then like leave. But then, out of all the things that could have been in there, a fork was randomly laying there, and I hate when this happens. You take all that time to finally like get free and run for the door, and they are always standing right there.
Yeah.
So it's cliche.
You know what? Almost what I would have loved for her to do was run to the door and maybe realize, oh, he's about to walk in, and then just go like behind the door to make her think like, oh, maybe she left, and then he closed the door, and then she's like,
right, and
then just like leave.
Yeah.
You know, something different.
It's a very cliche thing they always do, of course.
Yeah.
But it's like in the whole just turn the lights off when he leaves. Like, bye, don't go anywhere. Turn the lights off.
And she's like, Ben.
Like, where's the pee? Where's the pee?
Yeah. I don't know. Kudos to Rob Wilson for playing. Such
He's working it out. He is working it out.
Yeah. Then we get to both Steve and Caroline again.
Yes.
Okay, so Bo and Steve, y'all are having the toughest time getting to Salem. The toughest time. Okay, so last week they were on the plane. Plane went down. Then after the plane,
motorcycle.
Yeah, a motorcycle, which was funny.
But then the motorcycle didn't work.
But luckily for them, I had to talk online with other people. They can go outside. There's all these motorcycle parts out there. Just
that they didn't. First of all, you came into a garage.
Right.
Did you not notice part land like outside?
Yeah.
And I still love their very canty relationship with each other. Like that's fun.
I definitely like that.
Me too.
But it's like, okay, we finally got the motorcycle, and then I started. Did anyone else have this aha moment? Was here we are again. It's the 50th anniversary. here comes Bo on a motorcycle.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And they made references to it too.
He says, I think, this isn't the first time I've...
Yeah.
And I was just like, Days, y'all are trying to rekindle some moments and make people relive and feel things. But then they end up in jail for going too fast.
I love that.
And I'm just like, okay, like...
You don't get arrested for going too fast.
No.
You get a ticket.
Well, they also were driving without a license.
Oh, that's right. We had a license. That's right.
But then again, that's still a ticket, right?
Well, license.
I know, I don't know
the Midwest, I don't know what they do in Kansas or whatever, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Well, apparently it's okay to be on your job reading playpen.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Anybody see that?
Yeah, I saw that. That's good.
And then he gets up and walks out, and I'm like, with the playpen?
I know.
And also, then the whole thing of like them being in jail and like, oh, you can't have a phone call till the morning. I'm just like, y'all are really trying to stretch out.
And of course, the whole juxtaposition of her saying "I do" and him screaming, and Bo's done a lot of screaming recently. He's not happy.
Yeah.
Punch in the air.
He's frustrated.
Well, and then kudos to that whole thing of like they started a fight and then were able to get out or whatever. And then Bo was like, no, what was it, Steve? I don't know. Bo was like, man, you really hit me real hard. Oh no, that was just a love tap.
Yeah.
But they're good together. They're good together.
Yeah, they are. And then finally he gets to Salem, and then he rushes into the mansion,
Martin house.
And there's Caroline. Now Caroline,
oh my God,
in that hospital gown under her dress. I was like, it was so funny. I was telling you before we started, I had it on and my husband was home and he happened to look up at that scene and I went, yes, you're not, your eyes are not deceiving you. She is wearing a hospital gown underneath the drapes. Yes, she is.
It's like because she had been in the hospital and Kayla was not buying it.
Yeah.
She was like, she almost say, girl.
I loved Kayla telling her.
Oh, yeah, I love her too.
I love when she was just like, well, if you weren't acting a fool, you're not. Now you're staying in here because you were acting a fool. I love that. I was like,
because Roman's like, what's going on? I mean, she's like, no, Roman. She's trying to fool us. And she's like a little kid. Caroline's like a little kid. Like, she's all upset. Her body language was great. She's like,
I don't know how I felt about that.
I loved it. I loved it.
Just because I just feel like there still needs to be respect for your mother.
Of course, but Kayla's frustrated too. She's like...
And I get it, but I feel like Kayla's frustrated because of Joey and because of Steve, and then now her mom is playing all these tricks. But at some point, I get the frustration, but there still has to be some sort of respect there. And I felt like the way she was talking to Caroline, like I was waiting for Caroline to just sit up and go, do you realize that I am your mother?
Yeah. I don't know. I loved it. I thought it was great.
Don't you dare talk to me like that. You released me from this hospital.
Yeah.
Now. Like, that's what I was expecting Caroline to do. But then Caroline was just like, ooh, she kept trying to sneak out.
She did.
That was funny.
That was funny. But she did sneak out, obviously.
Well, that last time before Dr. Salinas came in, and she was like about to get, and then she just...
They gave Peggy McKay so much meaty material this week. It was so funny.
Yeah.
They did.
She plays Caroline.
She's gonna have another Emmy reel.
I think she does. I think she is. But she was really the like Days always does this. Always have that character who was Laura or Salem, somebody who's always kind of off kilter who actually knows and feels the truth.
Yeah.
That no one believes. So they gave it to Caroline, which I thought was very interesting.
Yeah.
Like, why not? I mean, and her and Bo have a whole history. That's her youngest boy. There's a whole thing. I was watching the other day. I think I posted it on our Facebook page when the whole thing that came out that Bo was actually Victor's, and the whole thing with him and Caroline. I mean, that's.
And there were some mean looks from Maggie this week too.
Ooh, I know Maggie was like
she like in the background.
Maggie was in the back like, here goes this bitch again.
Interesting.
That's what she was thinking.
Yeah. Somebody just wrote, and I disagree with this 100%. That Lisa says that she loves Steve playing the harmonica, and I don't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with Daquan. I didn't like it either.
Oh
no!
I just thought it was like.
Well, see, I like it. It's part of his character, but you agreed with Daquan, so I can't believe that.
I know. Agreed with Daquan, and then I said something nice about Daniel.
But maybe something's wrong with you.
Wrong with me?
Maybe it's the Emmy. It is. But maybe that was the way of like starting the fight, like having the harmonica and being frustrated and blah blah blah. Like there was their little.
That's his thing from the '90s. He used to play my harmonica.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that one. So now he's back. Obviously, she's not crazy. Everybody knows she's not crazy. Mm-hmm. Kayla knows. I mean, the people are starting to find out that Bo is back, and now he rushed into save hope, basically. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. That's the cliffhanger now.
That last little bit. You guys keep talking about all these cliffhangers on Friday. After Friday, I was just kind of like, meh.
Really?
Was that the only one that was like that?
No, everybody else was
I think
Because everyone was like, "Ooh, Friday was so."
Well, I
good."
think this
sister
is.
called me.
I think this is the thing too, is because we see it late.
Yeah.
You know, East Coast people, they start tweeting about stuff, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, it's amazing! Oh my god, it's amazing!" So we have an expectation.
Yeah.
When we see it.
Yeah.
So because we kind
Maybe that's
of
what it
hear
was.
that, I think because I do the same thing with movies. When I go to see movies,
Yeah.
if someone's like, "Oh my god, it's so good, it's so good, it's so," you go, like, "Oh my god, it's gonna be great," and you
Yeah.
go, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." I mean, it was good, but yeah.
Yeah, it was-
I think I'm right there with you on
Yeah.
that.
It was
Well,
kinda
I
like,
felt
meh.
it. I was in it.
I
loved
know.
it.
Well, I mean, compared to this week was just kind of like a slow building.
Well, as I
to
said, I
Friday.
thought Friday was really
And
it's like,
maybe that's what it
Building up
was.
to Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, yeah, okay. Thanks, Days. Thank you. Happy 50th. Someone, Laura put the suckers line was A+.
Everybody likes that one. Everybody likes that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, she had some good stuff. Good stuff.
Yes, she did.
So then we go on to a little tidbit.
And I want to talk about this story first because I know you're supposed to start, but I thought it was very interesting because the new writing, it was like, I want to talk to you. Why didn't you tell me that your mother is Tamara Price? It was like the whole Lanny, I would say her name
Lanny.
wrong. Lonnie thing.
I think Lonnie Anderson.
Me too.
That's
Okay,
what I
I was remember that. And it was just so quick. It was we only saw them together twice, kind of briefly, and suddenly it was like this big reveal.
Yeah, it happened really quick. Yeah,
Really quick. So I wasn't alone then. It was
Well,
just like it is.
they made a smarter because sometimes
Well, now that he's mayor.
not saying that he's done, but you know how sometimes like all the clues are there, but people don't connect the dots.
Yeah.
Salem PD.
Well, yeah. Well, there was when he first saw Lonnie, it was like something's familiar. Then he found out all the research that she was doing on her, and then he kind of, I get it.
And he called his ex.
He called her out.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering why she didn't come in and say, "Hi,
Yeah.
I'm your daughter."
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
And I said it just happened so fast. They had a scene, and that was it. But the thing I thought was great about that scene is that it gave James Reynolds something to work with because actually he emoted the F out.
I actually thought Lonnie.
Sal.
Sal, I thought she did a great job.
Yeah,
There was that one part where she was talking about, what was she saying? And she just got really emotional.
Because he mentioned his stepfather, and then she was talking about her mother and how anybody didn't know, and he's like, Theo. You talk about Theo. You know he's autistic. He's going to rock this. I got to talk to him, but that doesn't mean I don't have room for you. She said something to her, and she started to cry.
Yeah.
It was like she was trying to hold it in, but she was like, getting it out.
Thought it was a
But
nice
did you
moment.
guys think that there was something to her past, like her upbringing? Because it made me feel like, because he was talking about Lexi and how he's had this wonderful life and family and and I felt like the way she looked, she was just kind of like, I'm glad you did, because I feel like maybe she didn't. Like maybe with the stepfather and her mom, like something wasn't.
Maybe.
And now, and she turned out fine, but like she now wishes that maybe she had like a better upbringing. Like I don't just the way it kind of, that whole conversation was, it made me start thinking like, okay, are they going to dive into how she was raised, and maybe it wasn't such a great life.
Well, it's funny. They mentioned this on here, and I do know, and Roberta mentioned this. Marlena goes, she looks familiar. It's something about her eyes. Because Tamara Price, you guys don't know, was Marlena's friend. So that's how, there's a, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a whole thing in there. But I just thought it was a quick, like, I know some of the new writings is kind of like, we're just going to get into it. They literally just, there was no wasting of time. They're just like, we're going to reveal it now. At the
Which I'm glad.
Which I'm kind of glad. That's fine. I mean, that's fine.
Because, you know why? Because I feel like they do that. They state the obvious.
Okay.
Because I think there's going to be an even bigger reveal.
Okay, I can see that.
With it.
I can see that. I can totally see that.
And while we're talking about that storyline, side note to Theo.
The new Theo, Kyle Pettis.
I have to just give a little kudos to him. He's playing like Theo really well.
Yes.
I was very like
apprehensive at first for me.
Because I was like, how is he going to do this?
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about this in a minute, but like I was like,
Get it together.
Kudos to you.
No, he's doing it.
Yeah.
He's actually playing a good older version of that guy, the kid who played Theo.
Yeah.
I love that he tweeted out a picture of him and the younger Theo at the party.
Oh, that's cute.
Which I thought was
cute.
really- I retweeted it. I think it's
Yeah,
on
no,
there.
he's really doing a job in that. The scene, well, we'll talk about it later with Joey, but there's a scene between him and Lonnie. Remember Lonnie. So, yeah, so it's going to be really interesting, that
go
whole
ahead.
family thing. Well, I want to say, basically, Joey, we'll talk about it now, Joey has, this is a weird thing, because he didn't drink or anything, he just had the Coke, and him and Theo had a really great moment together.
Yeah.
They kind of grew up together. Off, he was off. We didn't see Joey.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a really sweet moment. It showed Joey's other side.
Yeah.
That he can be a regular dude with his, but he understands that Theo. This thing was complimenting Theo about how he remembers all baseball stats and stuff. And it was like he was really tender with him, kind of, and they're just two boys. They grew up together.
Yeah.
And when those guys came over, he said, "I don't want to drink." He didn't do that.
Yeah.
Which I was shocked.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, they're gonna make him like the bad boy again.
And they didn't do that. And so I'm like, when he got in there, I'm like, you guys got to believe. I know he's lied and done some other stuff, but it's kind of like I believe he didn't do anything. Like he didn't.
Yeah.
So I do wonder what happened.
Yeah, me too.
That's another kind of cliffhanger. They're like, what?
Yep.
Like what happened there?
And I feel it was strange that Lonnie was the first person
why did Theo go to-
Theo went to get.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. They didn't explain that either.
No, she wasn't she just walking by?
No, Theo was like, what do I do?
What do I do? And he ran
then
off.
He just ran off.
And when they came back, it was her.
Came back, it was her and him.
Which I was shocked. I thought it'd be Marlena or somebody could get a doctor, but he went and got her.
Yeah. Or
So
like
she's a
Abe.
cop.
Or Abe.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird. So I'm excited to see what happens with this new Carver family. I mean,
Yeah.
good.
Well, let's hope great things are going to happen with this Carver family.
Oh, that's right. Oh, it's so funny.
So, and then, very brief.
Very brief.
Sammy's back. All right, so.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Although
so-
Daquan's happy.
Well,
And
of course.
I they contact me.
But, I'm sure she's going to tell us next week what
Yeah,
she
because
found out.
again, there's another cliffhanger was at the very end. John and Marlena were, about to go to bed.
Yeah, well, they was about to go to
Yeah, they're about to go to bed.
They was about to go to bed.
And they were.
And then here comes Sammy busting in. I don't know. I couldn't determine if they were happy to see her, upset that she was there, or worried about her.
Well, they had other things on their mind.
Yeah.
Find out on Monday.
And she's like, "Hi, John. Hi, Mike." And they're like, "Okay."
Yeah. But I found it interesting though that Andre got that phone call and was like, "Oh, the bitch is back." And I was like, which bitch is she talking about? And then it walks in. I was like, oh, that one.
Right.
Yeah.
I knew this would come or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, so they have their history too, Andre and Sammy. So that should be interesting.
Well, speaking of people being followed,
yes,
John and Marlena were being followed.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was.
I just don't. I'm still caught up on this ISA thing.
Yes.
Like it just. I mean, are we going to argue about every job he gets?
Right.
Like I don't understand. I mean,
well, the part that got me was the guy. It was like you don't turn down jobs like too many jobs.
Yeah.
Like this. Problem like so ISA threatens you when you turn down the job.
yeah.
I didn't get that
it
part.
just seemed all
I
a little
didn't get that
contrived.
either. Like there's something.
Yeah, it was really weird with
Weird,
that.
yeah.
I was like, they follow you, but don't say anything, and it's like a warning.
Well, when they showed that first shot of somebody watching them, I was like, oh. What's gonna happen? Like
Yeah,
I
me
was
too.
generally like,
No, me too. No, me
here's
too.
the twist. This
Yeah,
is that
right.
big bicentennial twist.
Yes.
And then it was that, and I was like, nope, drop the ball again.
But then someone was following them again.
Yes. So we're not done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. Somebody else following
Because
them.
that guy went away.
Yeah.
Now, if they bring that guy back, I'm gonna say, you know what? But then someone else started following them.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's like, again, left in the dark. We don't know what's going on there.
Eric kisses Jennifer.
Oh, I want to say about Eric and Jennifer. Everybody is so shocked. I'm not shocked.
I'm not shocked either. I actually thought it was going to happen a while ago.
Yeah.
Aren't they related?
No. People ask me that.
Yeah.
No, they're not related in any way, shape, or form. She is a true Horton, and that's it. He is true Brady. They have no blood between them at all. But they've just been around each other for so long, and have each they have relatives in common.
Okay.
Right.
But they're not related. So look who's related. They're not related.
But here's the thing, and I wonder.
I think why not?
I'm sure everyone has noticed this. That was a drunken kiss.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Eric,
He was tipsy.
Yes,
He's been drinking.
It's almost like whenever he felt down, there was a waiter that walked by with just one single drink,
yeah.
and he was just like, "I'll take that." And we noticed this before that like his drinking has kind of
Increased.
picked up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering where they're gonna go with this because
Drinking problem.
well, I mean, and
Maggie will be sponsored.
right?
But Jennifer helped save him.
But I guess if you think about it, the past couple of years have been rough. So I'm pretty sure he's at that point now where he's just like, I can't take anymore. Like, I just need to be numb.
Yes, I agree. His life did not go well.
No.
So he came back to Salem.
Yeah.
It was a whole Serena mess and Chris and all that. I mean, it did not go well. So But I think for me, I wasn't so shocked because they have been friends for a long time. They actually kind of good together a little bit. I was like, okay, why not? Try it out.
I mean, I'm not hating it.
Me either. I'm not opposed to it. But it was, you're right.
To see how what evolves from it.
It's a drunken kiss. But you saw Lucas and Adrian kissed.
Yeah.
At the thing. Everybody was kissing. I was like,
well, you know why?
Justin and Eve were kissing.
You know why everybody was kissing? Because Victor was like, this is a Greek tradition.
I'm like, what?
Everybody gets a kiss. And everybody did kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
I was like, my brother-in-law is Greek. He never mentioned anything.
Yeah, I know he's Greek. I know he's Greek things. I'm like, oh, what's going on? But I can see that. I can see them together. It's not a big deal to me.
It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother me at all.
I thought what I thought was really interesting. Another storyline that I thought was interesting was the whole Sierra with Chase and stealing the jacket.
I love they tied it back.
It was funny because I was curious to see if they were going to keep Sierra the same sassy Sierra, and so I'm kind of glad that they are.
They are
a little bit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes.
Do it. You like it? You don't like it?
I need her to be a little more sassier.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get there.
Like.
I'm sorry, Lauren's great. Yeah.
Lauren
Bowles, like she just had it.
She had that.
And I like that they kept a lot of the things like the bets, the earrings, the betting that her and Chase.
Yeah, I love that.
Like,
I love that.
And maybe when she becomes a little more comfortable in the role, that will just come out naturally.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm glad to see the sass, but I just need a little Lauren Bowles in you.
Yeah,
I agree.
A little bit.
But I do like the direction they're going with her.
Yeah.
And in fact, they tie again as the historian here. They tied it back to Julie's first day in Salem.
Yeah.
And the whole I think I posted that recently,
which I thought was really
Facebook.
cool. That whole scene.
With her. And Julie talks to her just like a regular, like she's like, okay, girl.
Yeah,
like
listen. I stole a mink.
I know.
Yeah.
What is it called? A mink stole.
Yeah.
And I love that she was like, "Don't ask me why."
Yeah, I
have no idea why I was saying a mink stole.
Yes.
But I also like that they flash back to the first episode of Days for that. I was like, look at that, trying to squeeze that in somehow.
Yeah, I thought they were going to show whatever she was talking about. But
it wasn't her. The actress wasn't her.
Oh, okay.
It was Charlotte Doherty, who's passed away. She was the first person to play Julie, and then Julie came on a few years later.
Got it.
Side note, do you realize that did we mention this last week that Susan Seaforth Hayes is only 3 years shy of like being on there for all 50 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she
came on in 68.
68, and she's been on in every decade of the show. She's the only actress to do that.
That's cray.
That is cray.
We got to have her in here.
We got it. Susan, right? Come on, girl. Work it out.
But I thought that was a great moment too of like reconnecting, and I kind of see like it's like Julie full circle, like. Now Sierra may have like some little Julie in her, and even that moment when she was just like, I know when someone's
and did you? I thought this was really funny that we had talked about this other day. That you said you made a comment about how Sean D doesn't call her grandma, but Sierra called her Grandma Julie.
Yeah,
which I thought was kind of
I think makes sense because she's way younger. And Julie's older by the time she came around. Yeah, that actually makes sense. Sean Douglas, I mean, that's basically his aunt, so to speak. So I don't think he does. Yeah. But I think like Sean Douglas is more like Hope, and I like the Sierra is more of that stubborn streak that she gets from cousin Sammy, from Grandma Julie. She's not a Hope Junior. Like she's the other. She's the other. She's kind of both.
She's not Black Hope.
Yeah,
she's definitely not Black Hope.
She's not. But she's kind of Bo also. So it's kind of like that. She's that way. So I kind of like that. So yeah, I'm with you if they do it. Do we like the new Chase? Are we liking him?
I do like. I'm interested to see if they're gonna try and pair them together.
Because when she kissed Theo on the cheek, he was standing back
behind there, like, oh, yeah.
But does she have a crush on Rafe? What's going on there? I was like, there was some kind of.
It was something weird.
Yeah, I was like, Rafe, where are you going? Where are you going? I mean, I know they grew up together.
Well, I think that for me, my take on that was.
He's kind of like the daddy figure?
Well, because I think we're getting to this Rafe and Hope thing. So I think they're just trying to set that up. I think that was what that was. In my opinion. I mean, don't quote me on that, but
because I mean, she was like, I mean, I can see them being kind of friendly because of Hope and all that. But she was kind of like, "You're staying, yeah," and she's like standing there staring. I'm like, Okay, what does that mean? Are you just
like,
happy to be happy, or
Don't you have somewhere to go?
Because they do the younger women, older, get the Theo. So, but yeah, all for Sierra and Theo. Nick, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope they do something with him because he is autistic. Theo is autistic, so hopefully we'll give him a little love storyline.
Yeah.
And see how you deal with that.
Theo-
I think I just don't, and I probably just need to do some research, but I don't really know what autism,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Does it do something to you?
There's different types of autism.
Is it, or it's like a learning disability?
It's a disability. Well, it's a condition where sometimes there's different spectrums of where sometimes you can't touch them.
Okay.
Sometimes you can't talk too close to them.
Got it.
Sometimes there's all kinds of different kinds of autism.
Does that bother you when I talk to you?
No, I love
Okay.
I love it. But I mean, I'm not sure what kind they're making of him.
Got it.
So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do with him.
Okay.
So, but I think Chase is going to stay. I mean, I have a feeling he's staying.
I think
Because Aiden's last day is tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I think I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to happen. But I feel like Chase is going to be around.
Absolutely.
I think Hope's
so.
going to take him in.
I do too. I think he's going to stay and live with Hope. I totally think that.
That's going to be so creepy because like you have a reminder of the guy that you love that tried to kill you on your wedding night.
It'll add another layer to that relationship.
Yeah, maybe,
I think it's fine.
Because he'll be devastated too. His father did that. I mean, it should be.
I just think I'm just curious with the relationship with him and Sierra because they're step brother and sister.
Well, you know what? Not really, because I also thought about this. Aiden and Hope's marriage is actually
not dissolved,
not
really.
valid
No.
because she's technically still married to Bo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
even though she went through that whole divorce thing or whatever.
Right.
But like he's back.
No, I think that, but that's still.
Well, I think, it's just soap opera stuff, but I think in real life, if you're deserted after a certain amount of time, you can file for divorce and actually get it granted.
Right.
But now soap world, I don't know how they're gonna
do it.
Right.
Yeah. But I think it's true. But I think Chase is staying. I think he's staying. But I'm actually interested to see.
They think Theo Chase Sierra triangle is what?
Well, you remember Claire's coming too, so it's going to be really interesting to see because Claire and Sierra are auntie and niece. You think about it.
Yeah, that's right.
But they'll be around the same age, and I have a feeling she's going to be the good girl. I have this weird feeling she's going to be like the angelic.
Claire's going to be the good girl? Yeah,
I think so
for sure.
To Sierra's, I think they're going to do another kind of. If they were smart, do another Brady Phillip thing because we used to always call Uncle Phil all the time. He was really his uncle, but they were in the same age group, and then they had this kind of relationship. So hopefully they'll do the same thing with Claire and Sierra.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see where it goes.
Yes, we talked about Joey, of course, and then the last one is Brady and Teresa. Another
I was so happy.
Another cliffhanger there too, kind of. I mean,
let's just jump to the cliffhanger.
Yes.
When she was laying in bed and was like, "Don't think, just feel."
Yeah.
And he looked and he was just like, "You know this is wrong, right?" I'm like, "But you about to get it in anyway.
Yes, he is.
You about to do anyway."
Yes, he was. He did rip that shirt off.
And I was going to say this is something that I thought was interesting because her wig was hysterical.
Oh, I know.
But when she came down later after having, I thought, and I know her hair wasn't done because she was going to bed.
Yeah.
But I thought it was like the most beautiful she's looked.
Yeah,
like I was just like, wow, like she just looks gorgeous.
Yes.
Not even having the
Right.
Yeah.
silly hairstyles. You know what I mean?
I love how she came down. She's like, "Okay, I'm gonna put this here. Oh, is this?"
And she did.
And it's like, oh, sorry. Brady saw it. He tried to act like he did.
Yeah.
And Brady is trying to act like
They don't want Brady and Teresa.
Oh, really? They don't. They don't.
Janine says no. Brady.
I think it was a
and
dream.
Teresa.
It was a dream.
Well, here are my thoughts about Brady and Teresa.
Yes.
I actually think if back in the day they got together, it would have been fine.
I agree.
Because I actually think there was a slight misunderstanding of each other. I think Teresa was making him do all that stuff because he wanted to do it, but I don't think she necessarily wanted to do it. He didn't, but they were doing it anyway.
Right.
As far as like the drugs and all that kind of stuff. But I actually think that she really...
They think it's a dream.
It ain't no dream. It would have been shot differently.
Not necessarily.
Oh no.
No, I think they did it.
I think it's for real.
The only reason I thought that too was when she said that line that you just said.
What? Don't think, just feel?
Yeah, that's kind of when I was like, oh, is this a dream? Like,
no,
you know what I mean? Like, it just seemed a little out there.
I don't know. We saw her get frustrated for the first time, where she was just like, well, since we're being honest, I love you. And he's just like, well, there you go. You have to just take it a step further. And she's like...
I loved her response to that.
She's like, well, what was her response?
Just that, like, you keep telling me you don't want me to lie. Now I'm being honest with you, and now you're yelling at me again.
Because I can't win. You want me? You don't like when I lie to you, and then when I tell you the truth, I still can't win.
And then when she walked away, and he was like, "But Teresa," she was like,
she did. She's like,
"I am through. You tried it. I'm going to bed."
She did.
Yeah,
like,
I like that moment.
She's like night. Because she's right on some level. It's like Brady, you're being wishy-washy too, kind of. So it's like, come on.
Brady is, because I think Brady's trying to resist liking her, but he likes her.
He does.
Yeah.
Listen, Brady, we know you like those girls that are puffs.
He does. He has worse taste in women.
Well, they're beautiful on the outside.
They sure are.
I like them together.
So do I. I like too.
I think
a lot of people aren't in the chat room, but I like them together, I think there's so much that can be done, like with that storyline, and whether she cheats on him or something, you know what I mean, and breaks his heart again or something like that. I think that would be.
Well, also with the business storyline, there's a lot that can go with this. If the writers are smart and they are ready to invest in them, they could totally pull all kinds of stuff.
With
them,
I agree,
and the actors can pull it off. So you know it.
Well, that's been the week of days.
That's right, week of days.
Was there anything that we missed out on?
No,
just like I said, those 4 or 5 things happen on Friday at the end. So I guess we're gonna find out tomorrow.
We'll find out. See what happens. Well, now it's time for our favorite part of the show, and that's our segments. And we're going to start with mine, which is the official 3 Snaps Award.
And you thought of it now?
I thought of it. I thought of it.
We were going on air. He didn't know what it was going to be.
I didn't. And then when you said what your quote of the week was, I thought, you know what? This was a funny moment for me, because this character wasted no time, getting in.
Yes.
I'm sure everyone thinks that I'm going to give it to Caroline for being like suckers.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yes. But no, it's not to Caroline. I'm going to give my official 3 Snaps Award to John.
Oh.
And this is why. There was a little conversation between Marlena, John, and Teresa and Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh.
And I can't remember exactly what it was, but Teresa was talking about something about people not coming back from the dead, and all that kind of stuff. And John, with no hesitation, quickly says, "And then there's me." And then Teresa's like,
he did say that.
And I thought to myself,
just keep snapping.
Snap away.
I was like, and he said it so like smoothly. He was like, "And then there's me." And Teresa's like,
"Oh yeah,
oh yeah."
Oh, because you said about L.A. Because like in L.A. people don't come back from the dead.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there's me. He did say it like that. So oh my God, that's a good one. That's a good one.
So John Black, for that shady comment,
it was shady.
You get my official 3 Snaps Award.
That was some shady moves.
You got to see, when it comes to the 3 Snaps Award, you got to find the sneaky one.
Yes,
that was a sneaky one.
That's a really good one.
Because he was just like, "And then there's me." It's almost like he was saying, "That's a fact." But he wasn't. He was being shady.
I'm with Dr. Marlena Evans. That's how he said it. Drake Hogestyn and Deidre Rahal are like, we're the king and queen of this. Come on, we've been around forever.
Yeah.
So I mean, we've seen it all. Trust me.
All right, so now James Lott Jr. on this 50th anniversary of Days of Our Lives, November 8th, 1965, November 8th, 2015. That makes 50 years. Let us know who's related.
Well, this one actually, I mean, I had all kinds of other ones, but I just decided to go timely because of what happened, because it was such a quick reveal, but a major one. I decided to do, look who's related, Tamara Price, Lonnie, I don't even know what her last name is anyway.
Price.
Sure. Oh, and Price. And Abe Carver.
Yeah.
Okay, so those of you who didn't watch back in the 80s.
Look at Abe.
I know. Look at what a dashing young man.
The person who played Lonnie Price, Tamari Price, if you didn't know, is Marilyn McCoo.
Oh, was it Marilyn McCoo?
Who was of the Fifth Dimension fame and Solid Gold fame, and You Don't Have to Be a Star to Be in My Show fame, and her husband Billy Davis Jr. She came on as Marlena's friend from college.
Oh, there.
And came on as Marlena's friend from college, and she actually sang. We have a second picture. She sang at John and Marlena's wedding. Like in '86.
John and Marlena's wedding?
I mean, Rome. It was Rome.
Okay, right.
And so that's why Marlena was like, there's something about the girl's eyes. Whatever. So she briefly dated Abe back in 1986. It wasn't even she wasn't even on that long. And she sang and stuff, and then she left. And so that's where they decided to make her pregnant with a child, which came Lonnie. So that's what was related for this special anniversary. I decided to do with them because it's so now you guys can go forward and see how this goes, and maybe they'll bring Marilyn McCoo back on the show.
I know.
Yeah.
Maybe they will.
She's still out there. She's still singing.
Is she still solid gold?
I'm all when the moon is in the seventh house and Jupiter. Yeah, I tried it.
You did try it. Okay. Side note.
Yes. Oh yes.
Side note.
Who tells?
So I remember Solid Gold.
Me too. Of course,
me too.
And I wanted to kind of be a Solid Gold dancer.
You are a solid gold dancer.
With Darcel.
And I thought I was, but I did it at an inappropriate time. I was in the shower and thinking I was like, solid gold, bam, and I was hitting it, slipped, fell,
Oh my God.
hit my mouth on the faucet, and I had to get my whole top row of teeth silver capped.
No way.
Yeah. All
Well, they
because
look amazing now.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
All because I tried to be a solid gold dancer.
Look who's related. Look at that.
there you
That's
go.
crazy.
Look at that.
Didn't even know that story. That's
Yep.
crazy.
See, the more you know.
This is NBC. That's right. It's NBC.
And now, Mark,
That's good.
Thank you.
They
and
have
now,
that.
Mark, it is time for our quote of the week.
We gotta record you doing that.
We do have to record that. So my quote of the week, I'm keeping it simple. Suckers!
That was the best line.
Peggy McKay, you get my quote of the week.
You know who I thought you were going to give it to?
Who?
Because Victor had some really...
That's what everybody was tweeting about. He's like,
They have it to you, yeah.
Because when I tweeted out saying, what's it going to be?
Yeah.
Here's a hint.
Yeah.
It's a first-time recipient. And then
Yeah.
everyone was like, oh, I totally thought it was going to be Victor because he had so many good lines.
Because
But there's always something that...
Yes.
And his were great. I'm not putting down anything, but when
You
she
went
did
off on
that,
Teresa.
I
You did.
again, I rewound and played it
Yeah.
again. And I was like, did she just say suckers?
Yeah. Well, when Victor was like...
Ooh, went off on Teresa.
Well, went off on Teresa, but when Victor said to Brady, and I thought you were an idiot with Chloe, etc., etc. And he just kind of walked off.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so classic Victor.
Yeah.
It's like, I know. It
He
was
just- yeah.
But that one, when she said suckers and walked out the door, I thought that was just the best line.
Oh,
And
my God.
Her delivery was just
Totally,
it was hilarious.
totally spot on.
There were times where I couldn't figure out what her strategy was. Like,
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah. It was a little chaotic.
Yeah, but
we find that she was actually
figured
playing
it
it off.
out.
She was playing it off.
Yeah. Well, now it's time for some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, as you guys know, Days of Our Lives is celebrating their 50th anniversary, and last night they had a wonderful party at the Hollywood Palladium, reuniting old and new cast members. There were lots of performances, and it was full of memories for over the last 50 years. And we're going to take a look at some photos from last night's events really quick before we get into our wonderful slideshow presentation brought to you by our finest of engineers, Marissa. Holla. I want to send a quick thank you to the people who allowed me to use their photos. Thank you, Martha Madison. Thank you, Jen Lilly. Anna Doctor, who is a fan of Days. And Michael Mapes. Oh, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, Michael. And Michael will have a couple of other photos up on his Instagram. And you can follow him at MLMATTES for more photos. Again, Michael Mapes is at MLMATTES. He was down on the red carpet last night as well. So let's take a wonderful trip down 50 years of Days.
Hello. Brother man.
I put that in specifically for you.
Thank you. It's hard for me to see. There's a glare.
Oh, okay.
There's Allison Sweeney signing autographs.
Oh, I did see that one on Twitter.
The two Bradys.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
There was a lot of singing going on. There's Nadia Bjorlin.
I was watching,
Cassie DePaiva. There's Deidre Hall and Martha Madison.
I was watching Steve Nichols.
Look at this. Look at Susan Seaforth. Hey, she is getting down.
She was getting down.
Yeah. There's Elaine Davidson and Kate Mancy. There's Deidre Hall with Greg Ming.
Camila looked amazing.
She did. She was beautiful.
They all look really good.
Ashley Benson.
Ashley Benson was there.
Yeah. See, you're watching the delayed.
I know, because I can't see that monitor. So there's a glare on it.
And then that was it. That was.
Did Allison Sweeney sing?
They were just dancing.
She was on
She was just on stage.
Yeah.
I know. I heard
Casey Moss. There was a video clip.
Casey Moss and Eric
he
Martsolf.
sounded amazing.
Yeah.
He's a singer.
I was like, wow.
Well, you know, Casey is a part of a band.
Yeah. But I mean, it doesn't mean you can sing.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying. Like, there's a lot of. I'm just saying that
true.
doesn't necessarily. I could be in a band. Okay, let's just say that.
Well, Casey Moss and Eric Martsolf
Christy Clark was
performed.
there.
There was also a performance by Cassie DePaiva.
Yeah, Cassie DePaiva was in there.
I think. Did Stephen Nichols come up?
Yeah, because Stephen Nichols actually was doing Periscope last night. I watched his Periscopes.
And Christopher Sean was periscoping as well.
Too,
so it looked like a lot of fun.
Yes.
And we were not there.
We were not there.
We were not there.
Unfortunately.
Say that right away.
I'm so sorry.
I was asking us. We weren't there.
We were not there. But hopefully we will see you guys this Saturday, November 14th, for Day of Days at Universal City Walk.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll see you guys there. If you guys see us, and if you guys are coming,
I have to leave early, but
it's fine. Well, we hope we're going to be there too.
Yeah.
But if you guys see us, come over, say hello,
Behave.
take a selfie, take video, whatever.
What did I do?
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. Why am I getting yelled at?
Who knows? Oh, also, really quick, this isn't in our Google Doc, but Jen
Well, then
Lilly.
we can't say it.
We are going to. Jen Lilly is going to be dropping her Christmas album.
Oh,
yeah, she is.
So make sure you guys stay tuned to that.
Yeah.
That's going to happen.
That'd be good. She has a great voice.
I saw a couple pictures
Of
Yeah.
of the album.
Oh, the album.
the album?
Cover, yeah.
Oh, good.
She has a good voice, so it'd be good.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Let's go into some predictions.
Oh, I did have some, didn't I?
And now, your AfterBuzz
TV.
I always want to watch the preview that Days puts out, and I didn't get a chance to do that.
Yeah.
But I really hope that Jennifer or JJ, especially JJ, who just put in his comp application,
Yes.
figure out that there's something going on with Abigail. Because actually Jen started it when she was talking to Hope and was like, she usually signs it, and she didn't. And Hope was just like, she's fine.
I'm busy right now.
Gotta go get married. So yeah, I'm hoping that that maybe reevaluating the text messages, that they realize that something is not right with that.
I agree. Well, my prediction is that JJ will be part of the saving team. I don't know who else is going to help him, but he's going to be part of it.
He's not going to be a cop tomorrow.
No, but I mean, like he's going to go as a brother. But I'm saying maybe Rafe will be with him or something. But he's going to be part of it.
I was like, what?
I have a feeling he's going to be part of it, which will.
I mean, it'll probably be in a month. He'll be a cop. But
and my prediction with that is, and it'll be like another saying, "See, he should be a cop."
Right.
Yeah. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
With that one.
Do you have?
I think.
A couple?
Well, I think Hope's dead, and
if I had a drink, I'd throw it in your face. Okay.
Well, my first thought was maybe they are killing her. Like, I know I'm joking about it, but we've been hearing so much about that there are some major people that are leaving the show, and I'm like, maybe all this time I've been saying it's Bo, maybe it is Hope. My other thought was that, because we know Aiden's last day is tomorrow, and we know that Peter Ruckel's not staying.
Right.
So my thought is that she's dead. I mean, dead, soap opera dead. Aiden kills Bo and then kills himself.
That's a lot of killing.
I know. But that's my prediction.
That's your
You asked for my prediction.
We did.
That's my prediction.
We did. I
But
guess
shall never get asked again now.
probably not. I don't know.
Wrong.
I still feel like Hope is not dead. I think she's just passed out. I think there is going to be a struggle between Bo and Aiden.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I think that Aiden is going to end up being killed.
Yeah, I think he's gonna
Because I don't see what other exit
jail or anything,
they have for.
Well, and I was thinking this too. If he does get killed and it doesn't get a chance to explain that he's not the necktie killer, they're all going to think that he was, and they're not going to think of
Ben.
that anything's wrong with
Abigail.
With Abigail on that event.
There's that.
There you go. There's a better prediction.
Boom. There we go. And then,
That's all I have.
And that's it.
That's a bold prediction, Mark.
That's so funny. That's all I mean.
It is dark. I know. Yes.
There's a picture of Hope in the hospital on SN Soap Opera Digest, so she's awake.
No. Sorry. It's just a prediction. I don't work. I'm not a writer.
Clearly.
There'd be a lot more blah, blah.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been our show
He
for
can make
today.
the donuts now that Alice
The
is
donuts.
gone.
Oh my gosh.
Time to make the donuts.
Before we head out.
Don't we have a...
Oh, that's right. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. We're not leaving
One
yet,
second. Just 2
Marissa.
seconds. 2 seconds.
Not leaving yet. So right now it is. Oh my God! I
almost forgot. I just remembered.
Now it's your chance and opportunity to win a wonderful prize pack for that we're giving away that we mentioned earlier. We are taking the 10th caller, so you need to call 424-253-0749, 424-253-0749. Make sure you brush up on your Days of Our Lives trivia, because if you answer this question correctly, you can walk away with a wonderful 50th anniversary prize. So 10th caller, call in now, 424-253-0749 to win that lovely 50th anniversary prize pack that includes a script from Casey Diedrich. It was his last scenes from when he was on the show. We also have autographed photos from Cassie DePaiva, Paul Tefler, and Cal Lauder, and we also have one from Lauren Koslow, who plays Kate. So if you would like that, make sure you call in now, 424-253-0749.
There's a trivia question, correct?
Yeah,
Or it's just
there's
the
a
10th
trivia
caller?
question.
Oh, okay.
So make sure you call in to win that, or whoever calls in now, because we're starting to run out of time.
I love you too, Ruby.
What are?
They said they think Abby will go comatose and lose her memory.
That Abigail will?
Yeah. Wondering that.
Do
We
you
had a
think
call
so?
and it went away. It was there and it went away.
Well, it's the
Oh, did
10th. We're doing the 10th,
Oh,
right? Yeah. So there's, we have to do so many.
I love you, Mark. That's all I see there. Love you three guys. Thank you, Willa Sargent. Willa, who's been watching it for 50 years.
Tony is drunk.
Tony is not drunk.
It's actually apple cider.
I am not
I
drunk.
brought it. It's apple,
It is apple cider.
He's the one who said that I was, I needed to calm down or whatever.
And I have the elephants. I have my own elephant, you guys. If you didn't watch the anniversary show, I have my own elephant. I'm going to bring that.
I was going to say that too when you said that it was Casey's last script. She said, Alyssa says he left so Billy Flynn could live.
Oh, there was a photo of the two Chads together.
Yes, it was. I saw that online. Actually,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Two Chads.
Yeah.
You completely tried it.
He did try it. Like there were two
tried it.
Chads. There were two Chads.
Oh, he was standing with like a stanchion of himself.
Okay, we got it.
All right, I believe we have our 10th caller, and here we go. You are live on AfterBuzz TV. Congratulations, you are our 10th caller. Yay!
That doesn't mean you won, but yeah.
Not yet, but you're one step closer to winning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Lenore, Denver, Colorado.
Oh, what's your name again?
Lenore.
Hello,
Hi,
Lenore.
Lenore, yes. Hi.
Hi.
I know Lenore.
Now, Lenore, are you?
How do you know Lenore?
Are you
Online.
brushed up on your Days of Our Lives trivia?
Hopefully.
Okay.
Hey.
We hope so too, because we don't want to wait for 10 more callers.
Well,
I'll be
Lenore,
calling again and be the next.
There you go. There you go. Keep trying.
if you answer this question correctly, you will win the lovely prize pack that we have mentioned before. It includes a script signed by Casey Diedrich, also headshots from Cassie DePaiva, Kyle Lauder, and Paul Tefler, and also Lauren Koslow. So, are you ready for your question?
I'm ready.
All right, James Lott Jr.
Hey, Lenore. Okay.
I wonder if I know this.
Hi.
Yes. Hi. Hey, girl. Okay, so here it is. Can you name the children Marlena gave birth to?
Oh.
And that is gave birth to.
Let's see. There's the one she lost to Sid's, DJ,
Yes.
Sammy, Eric,
Yes.
and Belle.
Is that it?
Is that your
think so.
final answer?
Your final answer?
Final answer.
Sorry. Close. You came very close.
no.
You came very close.
Who was it?
The second one, Rex and Cassie.
I was going to say Rex and
She
Cassie.
was the surrogate.
Oh, I wasn't watching that storyline. I forgot.
The Gemini twins. That was like they thought they were hers and Tony's, but no, she carried the babies and gave birth to them.
Oh, that was so close.
So close, Lenore. Very close. You got the DJ one. That was good.
You
That
can
was
have
good.
our elephant creamer.
I'll send you the elephant.
Well,
It's our booby prize.
well, Lenora, unfortunately, you're not the winner this time, but make sure you keep watching us.
Hang up and call
supporting
back.
us.
Don't laugh.
All right.
Thanks,
right.
Lenore.
I tried.
Thank you, Lenore.
Thank you for trying. All right, we're going to take the next caller. Hello, caller. You are on live, and you're not the 10th caller, but you're the 11th caller because Lenore didn't get it.
Do we have another question?
I have another one.
How many do we have?
I have 3.
Okay, good.
All right, so caller, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Making stuff up.
Hi, my name's Emma. I'm calling from Minnesota.
Hello, Emma from Minnesota.
Minnesota.
All the Big Ten people are calling.
They are.
Now-
Big 10, they are.
Now, Emma, are you up on your Days of Our Lives trivia?
I hope so. I knew the last one, so hopefully I know this one.
Okay,
All
well,
right.
let's
I'm
see.
excited. I'm excited for you. Okay.
James Lott Jr.?
Oh, she just put Lenore in her place, didn't she?
Okay. Can you name Marlena's husbands in order?
Oh, shoot.
In order. Okay, well, technically, since they retconned, it would have been Alex North. Then she married Don Craig.
Yeah.
Then she married Roman Brady. Then Roman Brady again, who was actually John Black.
Yeah.
And then the real Roman came back, so then she was with him, and then she divorced him and married John Black as John Black. But technically, most of those marriages weren't even legal because
Right.
she was actually married to Alex North.
Girl, you won. You already won. You got it. You named it all. You named it. You know, I was waiting to see if the person would say, because of rewriting history, Dr. Alex North was first, who was played by Wayne North, who played Roman.
Look at that. Yeah!
Good girl. That's good.
Oh, Daquan says, you can do it, Emma.
and you were good about the whole. I wrote down Roman in quotes because she had married Roman when he was child. You did it, girl. I'm impressed.
Awesome.
I didn't know any of it.
See,
Kidding.
Well, Emma, congratulations.
Kinda knew.
Are you following us on Facebook?
I am.
Okay, well, make sure you send us a message on DISHIN Days with your address, and we will send you your wonderful prize pack that you just won.
Tony's going to hand deliver it.
I wish Minnesota.
Minnesota in November, Tony. It sounds exciting.
Sounds like I will not come back.
Yes. We're going to the Mall America. No, here's the thing. Actually, make sure you do it on our private message us on.
Yeah.
make sure it's
That's
private.
what that's what I meant. Private
sure.
message us. Don't put your address on our on our page.
Yes, exactly.
But send us
Daquan will show up.
send us a private message on our DISHIN Days page, and we will make sure you get your prize.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Congratulations.
All right. Congratulations. Yay. And you guys out there, don't be trying to act like you Emma.
Right?
No catfishing.
That's
catfishing.
right. All right, now that has been our
Yes.
show. Congratulations to Emma, who won our 50th anniversary prize pack. We have given you all the days history, all the days of our lives. Once again, happy anniversary, days of our lives.
I'm going to sign one of my original headshots from like 1997. We
don't want it. So,
Emma wants it. I can tell Emma wants it.
Lenore wants it. She wants it, right?
so before we head out, Mark, let them know where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNE, and on Facebook / the Mark J. Freeman. I also wanted to mention that November 30th.
That the necktie killer?
Is Carney Wilson. No, I'll be interviewing Carney Wilson on November 30th at noon. So I'm excited. So hopefully
Yeah,
everybody
this
will
will be
tune in. If you're a Carney Wilson or Wilson Phillips fan, tune in and watch that. And I also want to do, we talked a little bit about this. I guess we can do this. I want to start doing like a fan of the week. Just really because people are always tweeting us
Yes, they do.
and commenting,
They're
and
great
it might be
fans.
somebody in the chat room that day, it might be somebody throughout the week on Twitter, but I'm going to do my fan of the week to Melissa 2012, who sent me numerous tweets this week that she loves me. And that doesn't mean you'll always get fan of the week if you just tell me you love me, but I do like to hear it.
Completely tried it.
So she'll be in. I'll continue to do those.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
James Lott Jr.
You follow me at Black Hope LA on Twitter. I can say it now because you guys, James Lott Jr. on Facebook. Stay tuned if you're a General Hospital fan. We got GH Report, and our special guest, Robert Palmer Watkins, is coming in also. So stay tuned for that.
And of course, you can find me on all social media platforms.
Emma wants my headshot.
Let's see what's it.
She just said she wants. I'll send it separately. Because Tony won't put it in the package.
If you want that old 1999 black and white headshot, by all means.
My mom still has it hanging in her living room. I'm like,
so
girl, we can take that. I had the JJ hair. Or the Sean Douglas hair. I had the Sean Douglas hair. That.
You wanna talk about people who play dual characters.
Right there.
And of course, you guys, again, you can find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com. And of course, you'll see us here every Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we give you a full recap of your favorite soap opera, Days of Our Lives. That has been
Dishin' Days.
We'll see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.